often overlooked in the pantheon of great rivalries, but this has always been fierce, and both of these teams know if they survive and advance from here, a host of opportunities lie ahead. Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the LSU Tigers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll leave it with him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all the stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
Punt is in the air. Cradles it at the 35. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Pulls it in, it's Smith. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
It's a really nice job by the defense staying disciplined there. The quarterback's trying to get it out on the right side. As soon as he makes the catch, though, down he goes. Really good job with the tackle.
Here's a heat. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
One thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
He stopped short, and it's 4th down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On his way back from the 20. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the catch. It's locked in. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Guys, you just say Magnolia Bowl, and it sounds elegant and pristine and reserved. And Ole Miss and LSU, anything but. Charges of clock malfeasance, downright cheating back in the old days just to get a leg up in this rivalry game.
It feels like they've been playing this game since the Louisiana Purchase and Napoleonic Law. They've been playing it forever. Downs.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Snags it inside the 20. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Rides to back and leaves it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Second down, he'll throw it. Now adjusting. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Bringing the heat. Gets rid of it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Using his legs, it's Durham. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Catches it at the 30. He's got great speed. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive, attack, come downhill, go get the running back, get him on the ground.
second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's going to take off. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
Man, now and if this offense could go back, they'd be like, throw it away. You know, don't take the sack earlier in the downs because the scramble now puts you in a good 4th down situation. Interested to see what this offense does, but they got to stay away from those negative plays.
He wants to change this route. On 4th down, looking to pass. Fires to the wideout. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
The run from the shotgun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
He uncorks one deep. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Looking for a gap. It's Young. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Wants to go up top. Under fire. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. That's reeled in. It's Young. They make the tackle at the 33, and it is well short of the 1st down.
Now, 4th down.
We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Here comes the heat. Got it in the middle. It's Barney. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Man, 1st half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. To the air, it's Holstein. Forced out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Shakes off the defender. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. They'll try to get it through the air. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. To the air on first down. Got his man quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Still some work to do after that last completion. It's second down. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Fires to the big fella. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a crease. It's Young. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Wide out trying to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. And they'll send 5 wide receivers out, maybe creating some room for the quarterback to run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
This is a money play on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Young. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. San Jose State is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Jeff Garcia, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by 10 to North Texas. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. To the air, it's Holstein. He tries to take the top off. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Pocket breaking down. That's caught. It's Parker. Turns it on in midfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
We always talk about yak, and that was 3rd and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there.
Oh, he's got some space. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Now from inside the red zone. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Back to pass, it's Holstein. Buying some time. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. The quick out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
And the Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Got the quick pass. Makes the tackle at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Barney. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Looking downfield very late in the half. Quick completion on the out route. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Going for the big play. Makes a catch at the 15. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll bring it out. It's Parker. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On the ground, it's Durham. Makes it past the marker. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Rebels will kick it away to crank up the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball. Breaks into the open. Past the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. At the 35, he's loose. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
And the Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Making side adjustments here. Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Started this drive with a bang, but now it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still well. To that first down marker, it'll be fourth down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Missouri is just boat racing them right now, thanks to an offense that's putting up video game numbers. They're up by 17 over Florida Atlantic. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right. There he goes! And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against us. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
He'll throw it. Makes the catch. It's Durham. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Offense gets set for second down. Leaves it with the running back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Got a man. It's Brown. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
By the receiver.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but not able to come away with the completion.
Wants to throw. It's Van Buren. Here's the pressure. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interesting to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Quarterback adapting. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Touchdown, LSU! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, and not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. Got a little space. And he forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
28-yard line. Brings up second down.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll move the tight end. Going to swing it on second down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense breaks the huddle on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away. He throws one to the left. Makes a grab deep. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Defense is a lot about communication. Multiple wide receivers on the same side. I got to understand if this guy's going in, this guy's coming out. Not a good job by the defense with communication there.
And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He'll try to do it himself. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass, it's Van Buren. Looking for a huge play. He's got it on the left. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Lets it go to the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Brought down at the 8-yard line as he took that interception back inside the 10 to set up this offense.
You got to be sharp in the red zone. You can't turn the football over in the red zone. You got to be crisp. You got to be on time. You can tell QB wasn't on time. The defender made him pay. Nice interception, stealing points now off the board.
Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll send the tight end in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's looking deep. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Got room on the return. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Quarterback making checks. To the air on second down. Unloads to the right. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. A huge pickup on this play. They finally get him out of bounds, and that is some kind of way to wrap up the third quarter. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Makes the grab outside. It's Smith. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Throws toward the end zone. And it's almost intercepted in the end zone. It's caught, but he's out of bounds. Just an incomplete pass and a bullet dodged by this offense. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
You just feel like throughout the course of this game, this guy's just going to have to make plays like this, right? Things aren't always going to be perfect. Protection's not going to be ideal. You're going to have to play with some effort, make some scrambles, make some things happen when plays break down, and at least try to put your offense in good positions. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but now he makes this decision a little more interesting here on fourth.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And
Turning it on! Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And the Rebels are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Wants to throw on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Barney. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
The give to the tailback. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage from no gain on the play.
if you're the defense, you know that running back is the guy you've now got to stop. He's had a lot of touches in this game. Yes, he's made a lot of plays, but you've got a chance to win here. If you're going to do that, you need to take him away.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got his man on the right. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Grab behind the line. It's Young. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quick completion on the out. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Hauls it in down the sideline. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
And how about this offense, man? They put the ball in the hands of the guy they trust the most. Fourth down, needed conversion. You're wanting to salt this clock away. You want this game to end with you guys possessing the football. Big fourth down conversion.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. And the Rebels have it with a first and goal. Trying to punch it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And the offense trying now to put this thing away. They're going to keep running the football to keep bleeding the clock. They've got the lead here late, now down by the goal line. Just take as many seconds off the clock as you can before snapping this football and keep running.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's third and goal. They'll give it to the back. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game. And guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Looking downfield, it's Van Buren. Rushes on him. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most...
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's taking a deep shot. And the ball was knocked away incomplete, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's sort this one out.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Ole Miss gets the daily double. They win the Magnolia Bowl and beat LSU, and as always, they take victory in the tailgate. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.